Hello and welcome to the channel, Kelly Legends Media. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for hitting those like buttons, for hitting those hype buttons, and for leaving your comments. I really appreciate them. I read each and every comment. I just hit the thumbs up, and when I have time, I do get more personal, and I'll answer the comments more in depth. Okay. But life's been crazy for me these last 6 months. A lot's going on. And this is kind of what this video is about. But I want to, it's going to be an offshoot from what Gunner went through from Gunner's Collective, right? So this dude made a video saying that he almost died. Okay. Dubs made a video saying the same thing. And I noticed a few content creators, they made videos saying like, cut it out, stop lying, wasn't that serious, you ain't gonna die, and all this other stuff, right? Well, I looked up the food poisoning from meat, whether it was undercooked or it wasn't stored right, and I found out, yes, you can die from that. Now I'm not talking about E. coli or salmonella. I'm talking about numerous diseases that you can get from cross-contamination, bad meat, spoiled, meat that was allowed to go to the room temperature and then you cook it. There's so many different reasons for the meat to go bad, right? So Gunner said that he's a little chinchy when it comes to spending money for food. He tries to get the deals, the bargains, He mentioned these pieces of meat with the yellow tag, the reduced, the reduced sales, right? I never buy them. I avoid them. Those items you got to cook that day when you take them home. You can't put them in the freezer. You can't save them. They're at the end of their life. That's why they make them so cheap. $30 piece of meat for $8. Go figure. Anyways, what made me believe Gunner is that I know he's diabetic. Okay, he has medical issues, and one of the things that happens when you're diabetic, often your immune system gets compromised. Okay, and your body doesn't fight infections the way a normal healthy individual would fight infections. That's why something as simple as clipping your toenails can make you lose your leg. It's a very, very serious situation that guy's in. So I know he learned a lesson that he'll never forget, because what he said he went through is exactly what that type of poisoning will do to you. Okay, including blood coming out of your mouth, throwing up blood, bloody all kinds of bad stuff. So do I believe that he felt like he was going to pass? Most definitely. I believe this guy. I've been around a lot of sicknesses and a lot of illnesses in my life. I've seen a lot of people leave this earth, right? And look at the homie Sonny from Streets Ain't Loyal, okay? He's pretty open about going to the doctor's appointments, seeing the doctors and stuff. And, a couple of times he did videos from emergency rooms or doctor's rooms and stuff, trying to take care of his situations, his health situation, okay? You had Conejo, who just passed away from EBK, guy from up north. Cool youngster, man. And he passed away from cancer. Okay. You have that other guy, the one that wears a ski mask, struggling with I believe it's cancer, but whatever it is, it's a very serious terminal condition that this guy's in. Probation officer, Perspectives. That channel, the guy had throat cancer. The list goes on and on, I don't remember the guy's name that Dubs and Gunner did a video about. I think his name was Motorcycle Mike or something like that. Same thing, as you get older, things happen to you. Okay, I know a lot of these content creators think that they're young and oh yeah, this old man this and this other old man that and blah blah blah. But you know what? Uh, yeah, by 40 years old, stuff starts happening. You know, if you're lucky, you'll stay disease free and healthy, depending on the lifestyle that you lived when you were young. You know, of course, if you're always getting high and drinking, you probably shut out your liver. If you're still drinking a lot and don't do anything else, you could blow your kidneys out. And then there's diabetes. If you're not eating right, if you're overweight, all this other, it's hereditary. Man, there's so many things that will take you off this planet, right? Look at my little grandson. You know everything that he's been through. I praise God that he's making a recovery, but still it hurts so bad of the condition that struggle left him. You know, but we're gonna love him and give him the best life possible. You know, whatever he can do or he's down to do, we're gonna love him, embrace him, and encourage him and help him get through it. You know, but of course, being a small baby, that experience that he had really took a toll on him. You know, but he's off the respirator now. He's doing better. He hasn't been on the respirator for a couple of weeks now, and you know they stepped him down from, you know, every time I guess you hit a certain threshold, they'll drop you down on the severity of your care. You know how serious the severity of your illness. They'll drop you down as you get better. I'm sorry, I had trouble explaining that. Okay. So thank you all for the prayers and stuff that you have offered up to God and requested on behalf of my grandson and for my family. I really appreciate it. And now that I mentioned my family, you know, my wife was a caretaker of her mother, okay? We rented a little room next to us so that she can do that. It's like a studio on the same property, and she wasn't feeling good. She never does, of course. She has end stage kidney disease. She's got liver damage from all the medications that she's been taking and stuff. She's has heart failure. Well, to top everything off, she had a stroke about, I don't know, I guess we're going in about a week now that she had a major stroke, okay? And we're thinking about bringing her home under hospice and finishing the job of taking care of her and caring for her. But it just goes to show you that you just never know. You know, when it's going to be your time, when you're going to be called. You could be a little itty bitty baby, man, or you could be a very, very old woman or man, you know, and everywhere in between. You know, it's just part of the fall of man, part of the sinful nature of man that we inherited from the beginning of time. And that's one of our penalties, that we will be limited in the years that we live and we will die. You know, and before it wasn't like that. You know, everybody was meant to be healthy, stay healthy, and have eternal life. You know, so anyways, I don't want to get all religious and everything with this video. My point is that there's no getting away from these things. You know, if they affect you in your life, you're going to be affected. You're going to deal with it. You don't have a choice. You don't have a say in the matter, and you could lose your life. I have a homie, a very beloved homie, Gibby, who's struggling right now with cancer. I have another homeboy from my clique who's struggling with with cancer also and other related diseases. I mean, it just never ends, you know. So all you people that like to clown and like to disrespect even people who have passed away, like the homie Hangout, I guess Jake, whatever, 1050 or whatever, whatever the hell his number is. But this guy Jake goes and disrespects homie Hangout after he passes, you know. And then Dubs had a few ass backwards approaches towards Conejo passing, you know, and let his feelings be known on the internet. All being very insensitive to their families and their loved ones, and those two homies who were also content creators just like him. And obviously, he should know better with what he's experienced in his life with his immediate family, you know. But I don't know what's wrong with people these days, you know. So that being said, okay, I had mentioned a while back that I was going to be leaving the channel for a while. Well, the reason why I didn't is because it seems like everything that the doctor wants to do for me, he spread the appointments out. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, okay, so this month I'll get an ultrasound. Then they give me another appointment for next month. Then I'll get a stress test for my heart. And then they'll give me my next appointment for another month. It'll take 6 months just to complete the test that I need for what's going on with me, you know? So that being the case, I decided that I'll just go to the emergency on the next episode that I have. I'm just going to go to the emergency because once they take me in, hook me up, see what's going on, I'm positive that they'll take action there and they'll continue to do what they can for me until I could get out and go through that type of treatment, you know. Things are just pushed out too far with his insurances and stuff. Anyways, so that being said, if by chance, I'm feeling really good. Lately, I've been feeling better. And, you know, today I even uncovered my car and I gave it a little polish, a little wipe down, and I went to the boulevard. I ran into a couple of people. I'm not sure who they were. They just drove by. Hey, Kelly Legends. Hey, homie. You know, I appreciate you guys, you know. A couple of you guys pulled over, you know, and had some conversations with me. And even one homie that had pulled over had mentioned that his mom was right now in dire straits, you know. So, you know, we're going to lift her up in prayer. And I really believe in the power of prayer. Anyways, my point of this video is that I was kind of just going to leave YouTube and go take care of my health and the things I had to do. But I'm going to manage it differently. But if for some reason I start having those episodes that I was having, I'm just going to go to the emergency and I might just not be posting videos until I'm back out, unless I could figure out how to do it from the emergency. I mean, from a hospital room. Okay. So who knows? Maybe with all the prayers that I've been receiving too. Like I said, man, I've been feeling great. I've been doing things that I wasn't able to do before, you know, because of my breathing and everything. I still have that issue with the blood and stuff, which is going to take another 5 months to diagnose and run through, you know. So anyways, I'm not going to get personal into my issues because, man, there's some cold monkeys out here, you know, and they play on that, you know, and it's a shame that's the human nature that we're dealing with these days, you know. So for all you content creators, man, who are suffering from people close to you and family that are ill or maybe on their final days, man, I lift you up in prayer. Also, those of you content creators that are sick, and just keep pushing and enjoying the things and doing your thing on YouTube the best you can. I will also lift you guys up in prayer, man. I hope you guys start getting better and seeing less the inside of these hospital rooms. Um, yeah, it's like too much death and people getting sick and people suffering and stuff. It's nothing to joke about. you know of course, when you're young, it's different. You feel like you're never gonna die, that you could do anything. You're just too powerful. Nothing could shake you. Well, I have news for you. you know uh, there's no age limit in falling ill or catching a disease that is going to be out to take your wind. So that being said, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay free, and thank you for watching. If you guys really stood to the end of this video, I know this is a different kind of video. I had told my homeboy little Ernie, I didn't know what to do a video about, but it seemed like we were discussing a lot about the homeboys that I mentioned, and the homeboy's mom that had pulled up to say hello and shake our hands and offer us burgers and beer and whatever we wanted. To the homie Heart, I got you, homie. Don't even trip. He's not from my barrio, but he grew up around the neighborhood. He knows he knows all of us. Not a lot, but he knows who we are and stuff. Anyways, yeah, stay safe, people, man. God bless you, and thank you for watching. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Anyways, that's my video for today. I know it's a little something different. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it'll maybe generate some thoughts about what goes on in our lives and with our health and the health of our loved ones, and how serious that it could become. Just like Gunner. Gunner could have he could have lost his life. He wasn't just doing a video for Clout or whatever. He was telling of an experience that could be confirmed if you look up what that'll do to a person with a immune system that's not at its peak performance. Thanks for watching, people, and yeah, thank you.